One thing should always ring true in the Black community. If we were as bad as these people are claiming, then they wouldn't have to falsify anything. They wouldn't. Everything we do would speak for itself, right? But that's not how it is. We got cops out here falsifying police reports, planting drugs on people, planting guns on people, lying about crimes that you committed. And here is one more thing, ladies and gentlemen, one more thing. New York Post, March 3rd, 2020. NYC's public defenders claim NYPD may be faking spike in crime. Does this sound far-fetched? No, it goes right along with all the other things that's being falsified against us. So let's get into this story. A decrease in the number of criminal cases city prosecutors are pursuing suggests that the crime spike recently reported by the NYPD could be a ruse to incite fear over criminal justice reform, a coalition of public defenders said Tuesday. Since the NYPD controls how, when, and where they arrest people and what they charge an arrest person with, it is easy for them to generate and then use statistics to promote a self-interested agenda. A joint statement from 5 city defense attorney groups reads, while there has been a reported spike in major crimes since the year began, 20% fewer complaints are being docketed to court calendars, according to the Block of Defenders, which includes the Legal Aid Society, Brooklyn Defender Services, the Bronx Defenders, New York County Defender Services, and the Neighborhood Defender Service of Harlem. The court case numbers are a more objective measure because each docket represents an instance in which a person has actually been accused of a crime and charged in court, the statement said. Charged cases often face some degree of scrutiny from prosecutors and judges, thus weed out entirely unfounded charges associated with initial arrests. The department quickly issued a scathing rebuke of the allegations, saying the claim that the NYPD is somehow manipulating the numbers to inflate crime rates is absurd. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Ladies and gentlemen, all throughout history, these folks had to lie on us, make up crimes we never did. You see these out of shape women with cell phones coming up to us out of nowhere, creating a situation that's not a crime. Y'all falsify things against us every day. And even those women that come up with those cell phones, making a big deal out of nothing, they're falsifying a situation just by doing that. So, no, it's not absurd that these folks have inflated numbers to make crime look bad, especially on the Black community. No, it's not absurd. In the first month of the year, there was an increase in PDs or decisions to decline to prosecute. Looking solely at prosecution data has no bearing on whether or not a victim's car was stolen, Sergeant Jessica Morori said in a statement. The integrity of the reporting system is a staple of the NYPD, and there are numerous levels of checks and balances, audits, and robust oversight to ensure the proper classification of crime reports. The department saw a nearly 17% decrease in arrests overall for the first 2 months of 2020. The charge that city cops may be cooking the books comes a day after the Post reported a nearly 20% spike in serious crimes, including robberies, stolen cars, and burglaries, according to NYPD statistics released Monday. So they are cooking the books on the amount of crime that's going on in the city. And you can best believe we know who they're cooking the books on, what community. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. Murder and rape were two and the only seven major crimes that were down this year compared to the same time last year, about 17% and 13% respectively. However, shootings were up 19% in January and February. Top brass at the NYPD tried to pin January's uptick in crime on the controversial new bail reform law. See, the cops don't like that. Cops don't like that bail reform because, see, they can't stack all the bodies in the prisons that they used to. They hate it. So it would not shock me that they're working against it and trying to say, well, see, bail reform is getting in the way of us putting the real criminals in jail. No, it isn't. All you got to do is go out there and do your job. But as you can see, like many police departments, they don't want to do that. So, which eliminates cash bail for most misdemeanors and some nonviolent felonies, but haven't provided data to back up the claim. Two city councilmen accused cops of creating a false narrative by blaming bail reform without evidence. So they're pretty much saying the spike in crime is fake. The cops are faking it up. And hey, what's one more thing for them to fake? They fake everything else. So what's one more thing? But y'all, please tell me what you think about this story. I'm not surprised. One thing about the Black community, we know all of the shady things many of these cops do out here on a regular basis. And framing us for crimes that we never committed is top priority in America. And it accounts for the reason why there are so many exonerations. There are exonerations all around this country, ladies and gentlemen, every day. You might see one or a few of them reported in the news, but there's a lot of exonerations that never make the news. Never forget that. There are some that are done behind the scenes and you never ever hear anything about it in the news. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.